Morning all, lots of changes in the workshop this year. So I've made loads of changes, I say, and I'm really quite happy with how it's all looking and working in here. A big thing I changed this year was adding these little benches going around the room. So they're only about 30 centimetres wide, and under this one what I have is my 2 roller tool chests. I keep all my clamps in here, my power tools, router bits. They're a really handy storage option. Obviously you can pull them out for cleaning. And so just having this bench above it is not wasting any space because, well, the cabinets take up that much room anyway. So it's worked out really well. And on top of it, I have my semi-stationary machines, my Tormac and my grinder. I pull these both out to use them, but I just keep them on here instead of having them under a bench and having to lift them off the ground. Get to my age, you don't want to be doing that too much. And I also have on it this block I made years ago that just has lots of random small tools, but things I use on a daily basis. I've got awls and rulers and paintbrushes, little handy things that are right next to the bench and I can just grab. Above this little bench shelf thing, I have my chisels. This is where I have all my bench chisels, so again, easy to grab. And then I've got some display pieces and some lights, and of course, my badges. So now if we move around the corner to the main workbench, now under it is where I store most of my stuff. Here I have my Stanley cases. I love these things. I've been using this system for years now. So I've got screws, bolts, nails, drill bits, all in their own cases, all sort of organised. It works pretty well. Then I've got my small dust extraction setup. So that involves a pneumatic vacuum, one of those friendly ones with the eyes on, and that goes into a DeWalt dust separator. These two together work really well. I think I've had the same bag in that vac for at least a year. Never need to empty it because all the dust just goes into the separator. This I use for smaller power tools. Well, actually some big ones as well, but the sander is the main thing, but it also goes into the miter saw and the table saw. And then I've got my power system for the workshop. I've got this big EcoFlow unit that powers everything, can easily power the vac, the lights and the table saw all at the same time. And I've got 400 watts of solar panels up on the roof that charge it. It's working okay. It's something I need to look at in the new year because I don't think the solar panels are working that efficiently at the moment. So then after that, I've got my Axminster thicknesser and some more storage drawers. I'm quite like these little Bisley ones. I've got a couple of sets of those. I'll show you the other one in a bit, just for more bits and bobs. You know what it's like. You have lots of bits and bobs. So onto the bench itself. I made this a few years ago and it's working well for me. I've tried before, especially with YouTube, is having benches in the middle of the room so I can stand behind them. But in a small space, it against the wall by the windows is really nice. I've also tried to cheer it up in here with some plants. I've had these for about 6 months and managed to keep them alive. Now I've just got some new lights in here for above my workbench and they're working great, illuminating the space where I'm actually working. They have a couple of magnets on them, so I have these shelves up here and I can just stick them on there and move them around as I wish. But if you don't have something metal to put them on, they also come with these little metal discs with adhesive backs. So you can stick these anywhere and then move your shelf around. There's a few sets of these that it comes with, so that's a really nice system. Also though, has this handy little hook on it, so you can hook it up anywhere as well. It's got 3 different temperature settings. The cool white is the one I use in here because it's like the daylight. Then you have the warmer one, and then you have the 2 together as an intermediate kind of setting. It's got a rechargeable battery and it charges up by USB-C, which I like. Everything I have is USB-C these days, so that's great. And it can run on full power for about 10 hours, so it has more than enough power for any work session I'm going to do. Because it's so portable, it's great for other uses. Take it camping, great in an emergency when you've got a power cut. What I think I'm going to use it for, especially with the hook, is I don't have any electricity or lighting up in my loft. So this is going to be great for the occasions that I need to pop up there and do something. So down below this video is a link to this light so you can check it out. Right, let's move along the workbench. So in my windows, I have my hand planes. They're great to be able to grab them from there, but also I like them as a display. And on along in this little bit between the windows, I have all my spoke shaves. So above the bench, I've got these metal pigeonholes, which I have my light attached to. These are great. Wood glue, things like that I need all the time above the bench. I can just grab boxes of screws, dust extraction, accessories. Yeah, also some junk. It does need to sort out. Now on the front of the bench, I've got my old record 52.5 vise. This thing works great. I did look at replacing it one with a quick release mechanism. In fact, when I built this bench, I spent months at the boot sale looking for one like that. But of course, there wasn't any. And then as soon as I fitted this one, every week I went, I found a quick release one. But it just takes a little longer. I'm fine with it. It works great, especially after I did some modifications fixing it this year. Moving down the bench, this is an end that's often off camera. I have all my pens and pencils in this window. So the bench tapers down as it goes to the door, and I have another one of these Bisley drawers here. I've got screwdrivers in it and Forstner bits and some other bits of, small accessories and things. And then unfortunately on the top of it, because this is the one corner that doesn't really get shown on camera, it's full of junk, things that need to go away to the shelf, to the shed, and just be tidied up. Maybe I'll actually sort this out next year. Now I've got a little drawer under it, which is an old till from a pub I used to run, and when they were changing the bar back, I saved this from the skip. So I have tape measures and knives and pencil sharpeners in here, so that's something that gets used all the time, and I just love it as an old thing. Onto the wall then, obviously this has got the door, so it takes up most of it. And then I've got my big Axminster bandsaw, and I made a new stand, did a video about it this year. It's on kind of these clamps, so I've got it pushed over here at the moment, but it can pull all the way over here if I need more access. A great machine. I don't use it on every project, but it's great to have. And underneath it, I've got an Axminster extractor. This has the 63mm hose, so I use this on two machines, the bandsaw and on my Axminster thicknesser. Works great for that. Amazing how quickly the drum fills up though on the thicknesser. Onto this back wall, and in the back corner at the moment, I've got the toy box I made for Halloween, and that's full of kindling. I save all my scraps up and split them and take them over to my mum, who lives in the country and has a wood burner. Now, on the back here, I've got a little bandsaw. I got this last year at a car boot sale. I didn't need a second bandsaw, but I really love it for doing small tasks. It's so light, I can just pick it up and put it on my bench and use it over there. Then up here, I've got my Record Power air filter. Great thing, I've had that for years. It helps keep the workshop clean and my lungs clean, so definitely a good thing to have in the workshop. Now, I've got the EcoFlow to power everything big, but instead of running cables around the workshop, I've got this little AFRI unit that powers the lamps on this side and this air cleaner. Under the bench, I've got my Bosch 18-volt miter saw, which I now just pick up and put on the bench when I want to use it, and my saw stop table saw, which again, I just set up on the stand when I need it. I have had miter saw stations and table saw stands, but I've come to the realization I've got a small workshop and I need to be able to just pack things away when I'm not using them. Then I have loads of space. If I had them all set up, I'd really struggle to move around, especially with doing YouTube, because you've got to take the camera and the lights into consideration. Maybe if you weren't doing that, you could have them set up all the time in a space this small. On the bench, I've got this little toolbox, which I just have all my lamp making stuff in it. It's an absolute mess. So another change I did this year was painting this wall this kind of turquoise colour, just trying to make it a more interesting space, somewhere I want to be. And I put up my oil can collection, again, just a little pop of colour in here. So I had the chisels on the back wall, and I've extended this kind of system around that I have some awls and squares and some chisels that need restoring. And then I made a little holder for my pliers, so again, they're not in a drawer, I can grab them easy. On here, I've got this Record 84 vise that I restored this year. This came out of a skip, amazingly. It's a lovely thing, and I haven't really worked out what I'm going to do with it. It really needs to be mounted somewhere, but I can't decide where, so it's just sat here at the moment. On this wall is the same kind of bench shelf thing that extends around to the wall behind where we started. Again, works really well, doesn't take up any room because the things under it stick out that far as well. So I think we've gone full circle. I've definitely made a lot of changes this year, but I'm pretty happy with it overall. It's working well, I like the way it looks, it's a nice space to be. There's always things I want to change, and in fact I've got some projects that I'm probably going to start the new year with. So you'll see that coming up soon. I hope this has given you some inspiration of things you might want to try in your workshop, or if you've got any suggestions, do leave them down below. A lot of the tools I use, there's a link to down below, and this lamp as well to check out. So thanks for watching everyone, thanks to my patrons, and please subscribe for more videos.